God is same for everyone. And God can never be different for anyone. And this is different for people, those who believe that their God is true for them. That very moment, they will not believe in other God, which other people believe as their God. See, again and again, people may think, why is that we discuss more about God in our course? Without discussing this, nothing can fall in place. Your marketing strategy, sales strategy, your soft skill, whatever talent you possess, no, it's not going to help you to get the result that you want. You may know how to get the result, and you know by what you can get the result. Still, you will not get the result that you want to have. Let's take this one. One of our members was working in UK, and before he came to the session, he was unbelievably atheist, an agnostic. Unbelievably atheist, never believed in God, and always discussing about God. But he had a habit to go and check with the astrologer every time how was his time period going to be. It is more worse than that. He can still believe in God. He used to talk everything in a logical way. This is science, this is how it has to happen. And for some reason, he's been taken out of job. He's been chucked out of job. And he came to India. He being one of the, well-educated person and already being working for some, best company or a Fortune 500 company, being in a good position, now suddenly being out of job, he went to an astrologer and checked about his good time. How is my good luck? How is my fortune? And he went and told me, Guruji, I went to the astrologer, and he says the time is a little bad for me for next 3 or 4 years. Now he's having wonderful time after coming to our session. But please understand what is the mistake that he's doing as a human, or what is the mistake that will happen to us being a human without understanding God. He speaks about everything, about the planets, about any God you name, he will say there is no God. He discusses everything in a very different level with all his intellectual capability. And I asked him, why did you went to astrology? Do you believe in astrology? He said, no, I don't believe in astrology. I just want to check. That very moment if you want to check, which means you have a doubt in you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Really check. See, you're wearing a black shirt. If I say that you're wearing a white shirt, not you're not wearing a black shirt, you're wearing a blue shirt. Okay, you're wearing a blue shirt now. I'm telling you, no, you're wearing a white shirt. Will you accept to it? No, Aasaanji is telling that I'm wearing a white shirt. Even though I'm wearing blue shirt, I will accept if Aasaanji is telling that I'm wearing a white shirt. It is not possible, because you are simply clear that you are wearing a blue shirt. People sitting next to you will not accept, because they also know what you're wearing is a blue shirt. Will you go to someone and check, am I wearing a blue shirt or a white shirt? Not possible, because you're very certain about it. But when you say, no, I don't believe in it, I still went to astrologer. No, it is not that you don't believe in it. You believe it or not, deep within you had a fear. What happens if something wrong is going to happen to me? This fear will be there forever unless you don't understand what is real God. I've seen people with unbelievable talent and intellectual capacity. Once that fear comes, they'll go to astrologer or to some temple or some puja. And finally they'll say, no, I don't believe in any of this. I just want to check what they're saying. Why do you want to check? See, the example which I'm going to tell may be very gross. If somebody is telling that your wife is not a woman anymore, will you have a doubt? Will you go and check with someone after you having 2 children? Because your children is delivered by your wife. And do you have any thought to check? No, I need to check with others because somebody told that she is not a woman. No, you know it is an experience of yours. And now if you say, I want to go and check, do I have a good time or a bad time? Which means you're not certain about it. And you being uncertain is called as fear or a doubt. And you're not ready to accept it. First, accept it. This uncertainty or fear or doubt arise you being not aware about your own self. You being not clear about your real source. And once this happens, first and foremost thing, forget about enlightenment. You will get liberation. Liberation from the self. Liberation from the self-defeating thought. Liberation from the doubt. And once it happens, you will be ineligible to suffer anymore. Forget about all things. I'm not here to talk about God, but to make us understand, in the name of God, we don't need to fight anymore. In the name of God, we don't need to fear anything. You're not born for sin. You're also son of God. You're born to win. You're also son of God. You're born to win. Everybody is the same. I like to say one small example which I enjoyed in my young ages looking in my town. I grew up in a small town like Vellore and Thirunamalai and all these places. It's a wonderful place to be when you really connect with spirituality. There is a time where they started doing renovation to the temple towers. And all the pigeons and sparrows used to stay in a temple. But just because they started renovation, they're supposed to, paint and do some alteration work in the construction or in the building, in the temple. So every pigeon decided that they can't stay here because there is some construction work going on. So they all decided to move to a church. And everybody stayed there. And suddenly Christmas time came. And again church people start doing some renovation to the church or decorating the church. And everybody from the church went to the mosque, a nearby mosque. And every pigeon is discussing. See, I don't know, we've been shifting places and again how long we're going to stay here. Suddenly they said, we have another news which is very bothering us. And the other pigeon asked, what is that? They are planning to do some renovation by February for this mosque also. Then another pigeon said, don't worry, we can get back to the same Shiva temple or the temple where we, earlier stayed because now the work is over. And everybody went there. The magic is, when they went from the temple to the church, there were pigeons which is already staying in the church also. From the church, when they went to the mosque, the pigeons which are staying in the church and from the temple, both together went to the mosque. And when they started renovation to the mosque, the pigeons which was already staying in the mosque went along with them to the Shiva temple. And finally they all come to a conclusion, what is that I really don't understand looking at the human being? And they say, what is it you don't understand? Other pigeon is asking them. See, I was staying in temple, I came to church, from there I went to mosque and we all are staying here together. And wherever we go, we all are called as pigeons. Of course, yes. But why is this human calling them as Hindus when they come to temple? Why is this human calling themselves as a Christian when they go to church? And why is they themselves calling them as a Muslim when they go to mosque? And they all said, I really don't have another idea. And a small pigeon, a newborn baby, a baby pigeon is telling to his mother, Mother, I think that's the reason we are all living a level above the human being. And the mother said, maybe. Aham Brahmasmi.